Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, we are going to be discussing L-1 visa for the citizens of the European Union, the advantages and how this visa works best for EU. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your case. Let's go. But before we begin, guys, please smash that like button, give me some appreciation, give me some love. It's really easy for you, but it matters a lot for me. All right, so let's take a step back and remind ourselves, what is L-1 visa? In short, L-1 visa is a visa for those of you who control and direct people in the company outside of the US and want to come to the States and either open up a startup office and develop it, or come to the existing business and continue scaling it. In order for you to qualify as a multinational manager or an executive, you have to have people under your control in the company where you work outside of the US. It's called a foreign company. Okay, so a foreign from the standpoint of view of the immigration officer in the US. So the company where you work is called a foreign company. In that foreign company, I would like you to have people under your control. I want at least a few other managers, so people who control other people below them. And that I'm talking about the structure of the company. You could be a CEO, you could be CFO, CTO, whatever your name is, the executive position, or you could be a top manager where you have other managers under your control. I would like you to have at least 15 people plus under your control. However, one of the advantages that I'm going to be talking about could affect these metrics. You worked for at least a year for that company. And the company that's located in the US, it could be a subsidiary, it could be affiliated company, it could be a parent company. There should be connection between the US company, it could be a startup or an existing office, and the company that exists outside of the US, the foreign company. There should be a common control. So one company owns the other, or the other way around, or the same group of people, the same person, or the same group of other companies own both companies. That's called affiliation. You are in the position of executive or a top manager. You have 15 plus people under your control, and you have worked in the foreign company for at least a year. Okay? That way you qualify for L-1 visa. L-1 visa is for maximum of 7 years. So once you're being transferred to the US, you can get up to 7 years of stay in the US. Your spouse will get L-2 visa, and she or he will be able to work anywhere in the States, including your company. Your kids will be able to go to public schools in the US absolutely free. Of course, if you want to send them to the private schools, no problem, okay? But it's going to be pretty expensive. But public schools are open, so make sure that you look for property to rent or to buy here in the States in a good neighborhood, because good schools are located in good neighborhoods. Why? Because in good neighborhoods, people pay more taxes. Their properties are more valuable. So the districts, the counties have more money. More money, better teachers. Better teachers, better schools. All right? And better schools, better grades, better education. Here we go, some tips from Stanislav for your family. Further, L-1 visa could be transferred or switched or qualified or requalified. Call it whatever. You could get a green card through L-1 visa if you file for EB-1C. What's EB-1C? It's an immigrant visa for multinational managers or top managers. It has absolutely the same criteria, but higher requirement for the people that you control. So in order for us to file for EB-1C, we need to have at least 8 people in the company in the States. Among those 8 people under your control, I want to have 2 or 3 managers. The classic model is you're at the top. We have, let's say your company is buying and selling goods. So you have 3 managers and 5 people under their control in their departments. So with this structure, we are good to file for EB1C and get you a green card. What's the benefit if you are from EU country? Benefit number 1, you have ESTA, Visa Waiver Program, where you could come to the States for 3 months and organize the new startup or look for the existing business to purchase. A lot of countries around the world don't have this opportunity, guys. If you're from England, if you're from Ireland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, whatever country you're from, you can come to the States and organize all that and open a banking account. All this is not available to Russia, to Kazakhstan, to African countries, to China, to India, and all others. Most of them, okay? So you have this huge advantage where you are not pushed to try to get a tourist visa, which you could get a denial for, and then organize everything being in your country, which is going to be more expensive and with more risk because you cannot come and see what's going on. For example, you have to find an office, the new office for the startup. That's going to be stressful without coming here and actually looking at the office, okay? So this is a huge advantage. Advantage number 2, and I think it's even more important than the first one, because when we file our L-1 petitions from, let's call it Western world, okay, so from Western countries, European Union, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Israel, and countries like that, okay, we notice that immigration officers or consuls in the embassy, they are much more loyal to your petitions. Well, practically, I already told you that I require 15 employees in a foreign company from pretty much any of my clients. And I have clients from more than 50 countries in the world, okay? So I say, hey, if your company does not have 15 employees, it's not gonna work. Or you have this and that risk. In your case, we may go down to as low as 8 or 10 people working under your control because the American embassy is more loyal to you. And they like, okay, and just tell us what you do, show us your functions, show us a few documents. It's 8 people, okay, fine, no problem, approved, okay? So you guys have a huge privilege just being a citizen of the right country, okay? And it may sound like discriminatory, like US have these federal laws protecting against discrimination, things like, yes, it's true. There are federal rules and laws, and they all work. But USCIS also knows that countries that are not of the Western world are more prone to falsification of the documents. This is the reality. And of course, when that exists, they have more scrutiny to analyze those petitions, and they are less trustful towards those countries. And again, I'm not saying that means they discriminate. They don't, but they're just more focused when they look for, when they analyze the petitions of other countries. All right? So this is a huge benefit for you guys. Third benefit, most of you, if not all of you, speak English. In EU countries, you guys learn English from kindergarten. It's almost your native language. You're so good with it, so you have no problem going through the process. You save the money on translations. You have less time accommodating yourself and getting used to the new realities, to the new businesses. I think it's a great benefit, and it's like it's a second nature to you, okay? So you don't have to do anything just to acquire this benefit, you already have it. And all that in combination, of course, brings you the result much faster. My other clients from other countries, they have to work their butt off to succeed because of all this, the English, the more attention from USCIS when they extend the visa, more stress, they don't know what's going on, and they do succeed. So much easier for you guys that if you really want to get the green card through L-1 visa, then switching to EB-1C, you will be able to do this almost stress-free. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but relative to other countries, to other nations, you guys are golden. Stanislav, all right, I want to see if I qualify or not. Should I schedule a consultation or whatever you call it? No. First of all, I'm going to give you a free evaluation of your case. How to do this? Go down below this video. Find the link to the form. It's going to say free evaluation of your business visa. Fill out the form, and within 48 hours, I'll get back to you with my initial analysis of your case. And I will tell you if you have a good case or you don't have a good case. And I'll tell you why. Of course, in short. I'm not gonna exhaust you with the lengthy explanations. I'm gonna tell you, okay, this is good or not, and here's the reason why. And if there is a potential in your case, I then will invite you to the complex immigration planning. I don't have consultations. This free evaluation is your consultation, okay? You don't need, consultation is only to let you know if your case is good or not. All right, I'm giving it to you for free. So now we want to do the complex immigration planning, where I do the final qualification of your case and build up the written initial strategy for the priority program, probably L1 in your case. And this comes in two phases. First, you meet with a data manager. He or she will suck out all the information from you, so I could use that to build up your initial strategy. Also, don't forget to press the like button, comment, ask questions. I always answer your questions. Every couple of days I go to YouTube and I see what you guys wrote, and I never leave it blank, especially if it's an adequate question. If it's not like, are you Jewish, Stanislav? Okay, maybe yes, maybe no. Who cares if I can bring you here in the US? No one cares, all right? Also, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on my TikTok. All the links are going to be in the description of this video. I'm Stanislav Shamaev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.